Solving proportions. A proportion is an equation that states when two ratios are equals. Now, ratios are fractions. So that's what's happening here. A divided by B equals C divided by D. This is a proportion. Now, we solve these equations by using cross multiplication. So, in this case, we would do A times D, so A times D equals, and then the other cross product, B times C. Alright, so let's do a couple of examples here. Cross multiply. 5x equals 7 times 4 is 28. Now, once you cross multiply, this is an equation like we've been doing. Get x by itself. Now, in order to get x by itself, it says 5 times x. You're going to divide by 5 on both sides. So x is 28 fifths. If you want to make that a decimal, that would be, I believe, 5.6. But either of those is good. All right. Second example. It's an equation, but we're going to cross multiply. So you got 2x equals 3 times 22 is 66. Divide by 2 on both sides, and you get x is 33. You could go and plug it in and check your answers. 2/3 is the same thing as 22 divided by 33 reduces to 2/3 as well. So they're both the same ratio. Where it gets a little bit tricky is when you got more than one term. Now when we cross multiply here, you got to think of this as 5 times, and you got to put parentheses around 2q minus 11 equals 7 times, and the whole thing q plus 2. Now this is a little bit more complicated, but it's the same as we did in the previous section. Distribute, you get 10q minus 55 equals 7q plus 14. So we simplified both sides. That's step 1. Step 2, get variables on one side. So I'm going to move this 7q to the 10q side by subtracting 7q from both sides. So now we're left with 3q minus 55 equals 14. You're going to add 55 to both sides, get rid of addition and subtraction. So now you got 3q equals 69. Then you're going to divide by 3 on both sides, and you get q is 23. And that's how you solve proportions.